Athens, 415 BC. On the eve of the greatest expedition in Greek history, someone mutilates the sacred Hermae statues across the city, cutting off their faces and phalluses in a single night. Panic spreads, the gods are angry, the fleet must be cursed. Suspicion falls on one man, Alcibiades, the most brilliant, beautiful, and dangerous Athenian alive. Charismatic enough to seduce entire cities, ambitious enough to dream of conquering the world. He would betray Athens for Sparta, then betray Sparta for Persia, then betray Persia to return to Athens. And somehow, against all odds, he would still become the hero who saved his city. This is the wild story of Alcibiades, the bisexual traitor who betrayed everyone and nearly changed history. The Golden Boy of Athens. Alcibiades was born around 450 BC into one of Athens' oldest noble families. Orphaned young, he was raised by Pericles, the greatest statesman of the Golden Age. But Alcibiades was no ordinary aristocrat. Plutarch describes him as stunningly handsome, with a slight lisp that somehow made him more charming. Brilliant orator, Olympic chariot champion, student and lover of Socrates, who reportedly saved his life in battle. He entered politics during the Peloponnesian War, 431 to 404 BC, when Athens and Sparta fought for Greek supremacy. Alcibiades was a protege of the radical Democrat faction, but his lifestyle shocked even libertine Athens. Extravagant parties, public scandals, rumored incest with his sister. He married the richest heiress in Athens, then beat her brother-in-law in court when she tried to divorce him. His sexuality was open, relationships with men and women, including allegedly seducing Spartan kings' wives. Yet the people loved him for his charisma, victories, and audacity. By 415 BC, at age 35, he was Athens' most popular general, and he had a dream: conquer Sicily. The Sicilian Dream and Hermae Scandal. The Peloponnesian War was stalemated. Alcibiades proposed the Sicilian Expedition: conquer Syracuse, the richest Greek city in the west, and use its resources to crush Sparta. The assembly voted yes, largely because Alcibiades promised glory and wealth. 140 ships, 5,000 hoplites, massive investment. Then, the Hermae mutilation. Accusers claimed Alcibiades and his drunken friends did it as sacrilege. Others said he profaned the Eleusinian mysteries by mocking them in private. The fleet was ready to sail. Alcibiades demanded trial before departure, but his enemies delayed, letting superstition fester. The fleet sailed with Alcibiades in command, but under cloud of treason. Mid-voyage, a state ship arrived. Recall Alcibiades for trial. He sailed with them to a point, then escaped to Argos. In absentia, Athens sentenced him to death and confiscated his property. Alcibiades' response: "I will show them I am still alive." He fled to Sparta. Traitor to Athens, savior of Sparta. In Sparta, Alcibiades reinvented himself. Cut his hair, wore a simple cloak, adopted Spartan discipline. He advised King Agis, fortified Celia near Athens, cutting off silver mines and farmland. Athens starved. 20,000 slaves defected. He urged Sparta to aid Syracuse. Spartan general Gylippus arrived just in time, turning Sicilian disaster into Athenian catastrophe. The expedition annihilated. 50,000 Athenians dead or enslaved. Alcibiades also allegedly seduced Agis' wife, Timea, fathering a child, Leotychides, later disqualified from throne. Sparta won major victories thanks to him, but when rumors of the affair reached Agis, Alcibiades' welcome wore thin. He fled again, this time to Persian satrap Tissaphernes. Betrayal number 2. Persian puppet master and triumphant return. In Persia, Alcibiades played both sides. He advised Tissaphernes to weaken Greece by aiding neither, fully prolonging the war, but secretly contacted Athenian democrat Samos, promised if they overthrow the democracy, now oligarch after Sicily, he could bring Persian gold. The fleet on Samos acclaimed him general. He returned, hero again. From 411 to 407 BC, Alcibiades won stunning victories. Cyzicus, Byzantium, Chalcedon. Athens revived. He sailed home in triumph. Churches dropped, property restored. Crowds wept. He sacrificed at the Acropolis. For a moment, Alcibiades was master of Athens, but old enemies plotted. Defeat at Nautium, blamed on his subordinate, revived accusations. He lost command, retired to Thrace. Final betrayal and tragic end. Sparta, with Persian gold, built a fleet under Lysander. Decisive defeat at Aegospotami, 405 BC. Athens surrendered, 404 BC. Alcibiades fled to Phrygia, seeking Persian protection, but Sparta demanded his death. In 404 BC, assassins set his house ablaze. He rushed out, sword in hand, killed several before arrows and javelins ended him. Legend says his lover wrapped his body in her cloak for burial. Alcibiades died at 46. Brilliant, flawed, unforgettable. He betrayed Athens, Sparta, Persia, yet his Sicilian vision failed because he wasn't there. His Spartan advice nearly destroyed Athens. His return briefly saved it. Thucydides called him the most capable man Athens ever produced. Plutarch, he lived like no one else, loved and hated beyond measure. Bisexual icon, political genius, serial traitor. Alcibiades showed one man's charisma could bend empires, until it couldn't. Would you have trusted him? Subscribe for more eccentric leaders history tried to forget. Next video, Arminius, the Roman-trained German who annihilated 3 legions.